Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here. I got a sort of open-ended question that I'm going to attempt to answer. And this is one of those questions that I have to give a caveat on, as that I may answer this question in the future, and there's multiple answers, there's multiple angles and ways of looking at it. So I'm just going to give you one slice of the answer to this question today, which is, how do I know where to focus in my life and goals? This is a really difficult situation, right? How do you figure out in your life, where do you focus? What goals should you pursue in life, and and how to get that all figured out. So this is one of those things that I struggle with, honestly, right? I'm struggling with this all the time on where should I tend to, me as a person, I tend to have too many goals that I'm working towards at the same time, and to have a very split focus. So oftentimes in life, I think, man, if I would just 100% focus on this one thing, then I could be so damn successful. And there's been times in my life where I've done that, right? When you can check out my series on Pluralsight, when I became a Pluralsight author, and that ended up making me millions of dollars actually by focusing so hard intently. I did, especially for 1 year, I focused completely on Pluralsight courses. At least, well, I did some lifting and stayed in shape and stuff, but mostly focused on Pluralsight courses, and it's hugely beneficial. So there's definitely a huge benefit to this. And most people, they split their focus. They don't have any kind of focus, and they don't really have any kind of goals they're shooting towards. So my answer, the simple answer to this question, is that it doesn't matter so much as it matters that you pick one and that you go that direction, right? So, there's a lot of ways to become successful. There's a lot of things that you could do that could make you really successful in life. But if you never actually do them, or if you only go a little ways in each one of those things, they're not going to be very fulfilling. Okay? And you're not going to achieve a high level of success. So let me give you some kind of a broad example here, and you can sort of narrow this down to whatever you're doing. Let's say that you're like, okay, I'm going to learn guitar, and I want to do some boxing lessons, and I want to do yoga. Okay, let's say that you've got those three hobbies. Oh, and I want to become a programmer. Let's say you've got those four. Okay, now you can do all of those things. It's fine, but if you do all of those things and you don't commit enough time, and you're not consistent with any of them because you're trying to do those four things, you're going to be like a shitty guitar player, and you're not going to be very good at yoga, and you're not going to be a good boxer. You're just going to get your ass kicked, and you're not going to be a very good programmer. Okay? So, you could actually excel at all of those things, right? It depends on how much work you're going to put into it. But it'd be much better, right? Any one of those four paths could lead you to a really successful, fulfilling career or life, okay? Right? If you just said, I'm going to devote everything that I can, all my hours, all my time, as much as possible to playing guitar, you're going to become really fucking good if you spend the time and you put in the effort, right? And that means maybe you can make it as a musician, or maybe you can make it as someone on YouTube teaching guitar lessons, or whatever it is, right? Maybe you could become something, right? At least you'll be fulfilled because you'll have accomplished something and become really successful at it, even if it doesn't necessarily mean monetary rewards, okay? And this is another important thing to understand, is that monetary stuff is important if that's one of your goals, but it's not the only thing, right? And ultimately, right, at some point, it's not going to be important at all. Right? What I mean is that, like, once you have so much money, or you're fine, like, and I don't mean to brag, but take me at my life right now. Money doesn't really fucking matter that much. I'm not going to say that money doesn't matter at all, but I've got passive income coming in. I can live a pretty fucking good life without ever having to work again, and I'll be fine for the rest of my life, right? So, not that it couldn't be better. It could. I mean, sure. But my point is that, like, money doesn't actually really matter at this point. That's not when I decide what I should do with my day or my life, it's not driven by, I'm not making these YouTube videos, for instance, right now, because it makes me a lot of fucking money. There's a lot of better ways that I could be making money. I'm making them because I want to make the videos, because I want to make an impact on this world and change people's lives. And this is me, right? This is what I've made that choice. So that's the thing. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, so now we could look at those other things, right? You could do the yoga, you could do the boxing, you could become the programmer, but whatever one of those paths you chose, it would be better to choose one of them and be successful and put in the work. Now, this is where it comes down to who you are and what you can accomplish. Okay, now, as far as picking a focus and a goal in life, I like to have one major one and have a couple of minor ones. But the major one I never relent on. Okay, so right now in my life, my major focus is on fitness. I'm working towards a bodybuilding, like a physique competition, and I want to do like a photo shoot and create a fitness product that I'm going to put out on this channel. And so my main focus right now is that. So everything that I'm doing, I'm sort of gearing around that. And that's my main focus. Now, my minor focus would be doing these YouTube videos, right? It's still a pretty high one. You might say that that's split, but they have some overlap, okay? So I can handle that. I can sustain that. If I had a regular full-time job on top of that, maybe not so much. And I've got some other minor ones as well. But when the shit hits the fan, right, I might drop a lot of things, but I'm not going to drop running or going to the gym or eating healthy, right? The fitness side of it, I'm going to keep, right? And the same thing with the YouTube videos. Those are pretty strong up there. A lot of shit could happen, but I'm not going to miss doing 2 YouTube videos a day or getting 2 YouTube videos out every day. Let's put it that way. Okay, but a lot of other things could drop off. But I can handle that, right? But what's most important is that I pick one thing at least, right? And go all the way with it. So this is what it comes down to, right? This is basically what I'm saying with this slice of the answer to this question. Is rather than asking me like how to pick what to focus on and what goal to shoot for or goals to shoot for, you need to ask yourself, what is my capacity and how far am I willing to go, right? And to basically realize this basic truth, which is that it's much more important to pick one and go deep than it is to pick the right one, okay? Because whatever you do, if you put your all and your heart into it, you will be successful or you will find fulfillment in that if you're willing to go through the pain and you're willing to go through the commitment and the struggle and you're willing to put in the time, right? That is an almost guarantee, okay? Now, some things are going to make more money, something, you might evaluate based on that, and that's fine. But that's the secondary criteria versus the primary one, which is that you actually do it and you pick something, right? I'd rather you just pick anything, throw a fucking dart at the dartboard, at the wall, and pick one thing and just go whole hog into that one thing than to spend your time evaluating what is the best goal, what is the best focus that you should have on your life, and have it split, or to try and pursue 5 paths at the same time and never go far enough along with any of them. Now, secondary under that, now comes what is the outcome that you want, okay? And that's the second criteria I would use. So the first one is just pick something, right? That's a big thing. If you're going to pick something, okay, and you're sure you're going to pick something, then the next criteria is what's the outcome that you want. So look at it. There's certain things that are going to make you money. There's certain things that are not going to make you money, but they're going to be more of your passion and something that fulfills you more, right? There's certain things that are going to fit better with your natural talent, right? Optimizing things would be something that makes you money, that fits with your natural talent, and that other people want. That'd be kind of that optimization, but you don't necessarily have to use that criteria. So I hope that helps you. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And again, I'll reiterate this message until I'm blue in the face, which is it's just more important to fucking do something. Okay? And don't think that the thing that you do is going to be the only thing that you're going to do in life. And you might fail and you might try something else, but push something to the limit. Okay? This YouTube channel wouldn't be successful if I wasn't making 2 fucking videos a day and pushing this thing hard. If I was just making 1 video a week, that's what I did for a while, it wouldn't fucking matter, right? But I'm pushing it, okay? I'm pushing it to the limit. It doesn't mean I'm always going to be making YouTube videos, but if I'm going to do a fucking thing, I'm going to do it well, and I'm going to focus on it, and I'm going to push it, okay? So pick a thing and push it, and most people have never done that in their life, and once you do it with one thing, you'll be able to do it with other things, and maybe you'll be able to juggle more than one ball. That's fine, but make sure you have at least one thing that you're pushing, always progressing on, always improving on, that is always at least some, core focus in your life. All right, that is all I have for you today. If you have not subscribed already, click that subscribe button below. Click the bell so you don't miss any videos. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.